Hi guys, welcome to The Real Deal. I'm your host, Candice Diehl, and today we have nothing but foolishness. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Come on in. Thank you for watching the show. We're going to have some fun today. So usually I start the show with like a what's trending topic or something in news, but I feel like today you need fact of the day. I feel like I need to give you some ammunition at the company party. Like, things right now are so tense with the election. It'll help break up the monotony in the room and at the water cooler and at the coffee. See, I have my coffee. So, interesting fact number one. They say it's impossible to lick your elbow. Let me see. I used to be yeah, no, we can't do that. You can try it at home, but it is impossible. Fact number two, it is illegal to fall asleep under a hairdryer in Florida. Yes, it is, ladies. Be very careful. The owner can fine you. Usually they don't. But imagine if hairdressers just started knocking, like, I'm going to call the police on you. Like, what would you do? Because it is an actual law. You cannot fall asleep under a hairdryer. I wonder if they think your hair is going to catch on fire. That's something to think about. But we're not going to think about it right now, because coming up we have a great show. We have an interior designer. We have Princess. We're going to talk love and marriage, divorce after all this. But we'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing we do to keep us focused.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game?
To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health.
Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health.
Find the resources you need to keep your mental health a priority.
Love your mind.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
My name is Princess, the owner of Queen Curations, and stay tuned for the next episode of The Real Deal.
Hi guys, welcome back to the show. I am joined with none other than the Princess, who is the owner and creator of Queen Curations, an influencer and social media agency. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You are beautiful.
So are you.
Okay, so first, I just have to publicly say thank you. This amazing art piece came from you.
Yes.
Tell us about it really, really quickly.
So this is an actual shower curtain. I didn't know if you knew that.
Oh, it was a shower curtain. Girl, you got a shower curtain hanging on my wall? No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, so this
It's
was
beautiful.
in our back patio. So I actually met you. I had an estate sale.
Right,
at home. I
exactly.
sold everything. And I got this idea from a friend of mine. She has a whole art gallery in her
I
backyard.
would have never guessed.
Exactly.
That is amazing.
Yes, yes,
Oh my gosh.
yes.
Okay, so what got you into this space?
Into home decor?
Yeah.
So my sister, I call her the Black Martha Stewart.
Okay.
She literally purchased a home for $30,000 and renovated it herself.
Wow.
And now it's worth $700,000. And she just has a knack for art and a
Right.
knack for home decor. So I looked up to her when it came to just her maintaining a home and just, making it comfortable for herself. And so for my home personally, I wanted to do the same thing to
Right.
honor Black women. Like
love
when you were at
that.
my home, the majority of the art was of Black women. So I wanted
Right.
my kids to see themselves in every inch of my home and know that you can have Black art because Black is luxury in itself.
Ooh, I love that. I love period, period, period.
Yes.
So, content creation, right? Influencer and social media agency. What exactly do you do? Like, what type of services do you offer?
So we curate collaborations for businesses where we provide services to them where we can do social media services, or we
Okay.
can have influencers come to their venue or their business and do an honest review of the space. And we have something that we call the QQ content crew, where we
Okay.
can have 5 to 10 influencers come in as a group, and they can have a whole social media blast or campaign within that week.
Wow.
And so we're actually transitioning into a 30-day QQ takeover,
Right.
where we'll take over a social media page of a business for 30 days. So that's going to be our new transition.
I love that, especially now with TikTok and the way that everything is going. That is perfect because so many people need help, right? They need help with their business. So I heard through a little birdie, a big birdie, you have a whole new venture going on. Tell us about it.
So in divine timing, I sold my home and I was going to move to Bali, but things happened, and Katia was able to get her venue back, and so she asked me to partner with her, and so we started the House of Mastery, which is a
Okay.
venue in downtown Orlando. It's our sanctuary. It's a safe space for us to really create.
Okay.
And so it's going to be a venue that's going to be available for people to rent out starting March 20th is our grand opening.
Oh, wow. I have to come.
Yes, please do.
Okay.
Yes. And so we'll be offering services. So she does hair.
Okay.
And then she also is going to offer wig coaching for mentorship. And
Okay.
I'll be offering my social media services. And then
Wow.
we have a venue in the front where people can rent it out for workshops, for yoga instructors.
Right.
She built this beautiful tree with branches from her yard. I can't wait for you to see
Wow.
the space.
So let me just stop for a second. So Katia is an actual, I want to call her a hair designer, where she actually curates and makes wigs for people that are suffering from diseases, and she's absolutely amazing. You'll get to meet Katia very, very, very soon.
Yes.
So how important is it for you to create this safe space? Did you feel like you needed to do that?
Yes, so my home that you were able to come to, it was a
Right.
content home as well, and it was actually my healing place. And so it was a safe space for me to transition into an entrepreneur, because me and my ex, we separated,
Okay.
and I didn't have any income at
Okay.
the time. And so I had to use my only asset, which was my home. And so we
Okay.
converted it into a content home.
Okay.
And it became a healing place for others as well.
I love that. So what lessons have you learned along the way? Like, is there anything that you would have done different in starting your business?
Oh, yes. So I feel like, sometimes trauma does show
Right.
in your business. And so
Right.
I feel like I should have been a little bit more healed. I was in survival mode at the time when I started Queen Curations. And so I feel like, being ready and having that stable foundation within is your path to success in anything, especially with your business. So I feel like being more stable emotionally is important when it comes to building your brand.
Okay. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that trauma when we come back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time.
And she'd buy the same gifts over and over.
Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Welcome back to the show. You're still watching The Real Deal, and I'm back with Princess again. And before we took the break, we were talking about healing after trauma.
Yes.
So let's talk about healing after trauma and divorce.
Okay.
Okay. I know that in these times, especially in the U.S., divorce is on a high. I think it's more normal than an actual marriage right now, and so many people have to go through it. I'm so glad that you're sharing your story with us, because there's so many women that are going through it and have gone through it and just can't seem to pick up. You know, let's go back to the beginning. So what caused the divorce?
I think COVID.
Okay.
I had a family member that had a medical crisis, and that just shifted everything. And so I quit my job to be like a full-time caretaker, and it triggered me into a depression. And so I was a completely different person. And I feel like at the time too, I was probably quiet quitting my relationship. I was just detached from everything. So I think that was probably the catalyst.
They say that you are already single before you even leave the situation, right?
Yeah.
I think that's true. Like, you already detach yourself
Yes.
from it completely. How did you bounce back after the because I know there's so many people that just can't. They're still stuck. How did you bounce back?
I think it was me practicing the art of detachment. I had to learn that at a very early age. My mother passed away at the age of 11.
Okay.
My father went into prison at the age of 8. And so I responded in a way which probably wasn't completely healthy, but just detaching. Like, I don't talk to a lot of my family members till this day. It was just to protect myself and my peace and my mental health. And it helped me build my relationship with God, because being in solitude, you can really hear God.
Clearly.
And like I remember God told me in the beginning of all of the drama, peace, be still. And I was like, what? Yes, sir.
Stand at attention.
Yes. So I feel like sometimes, you need those 40 days and 40 nights to really, process things and, make it to the other side.
Good for you. So, and you were able to create a thriving and strong business in the midst of all this. How did you separate the pain from moving on to this glorious new venture?
Yes. So I knew after I quit my job, I was a nurse. I worked for a pharmaceutical company. It was not my passion. And I knew that because of everything that I was going through, I needed to turn my pain into purpose, and I couldn't be working under anyone. So I needed that independence. And so I started Queen Curations. My baby is Positive Affirmation Lifestyle, which is a positive affirmation to save my life. And so I'm always a person, when something works for me, I'm shouting it to the heavens, do this, do that. So, everything just happened the way it was supposed to happen. It was divine timing. And I'm a survivalist. Like I said, I was in foster care. So I know I've been working since I was 15 years old. So I had to make a way out of no way. Yes.
And you did just that.
Yes.
Now you have children.
Yes, they're all adults.
Okay, so how did you tell them about it? Even though they're adults, you still had to have that conversation. How did they handle it?
I didn't handle it well personally, because I was already fragile, because I was being a primary caretaker for a family member. So I didn't handle it properly, and we're still going through that healing journey when it comes to handling how I personally handled the divorce and how my ex handled it as well. And I feel like too, we got married so young. I was married for 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so I wasn't ready for marriage. I probably shouldn't have gotten married. I probably shouldn't have had kids when I did.
Know? I feel like we know. I feel like there's this little voice that says, don't do it. Don't do it, Harpo. Run.
Yes.
And we're still kind of like, no, I got this. But we still jump off the edge.
Yeah. I was just so young and in love, and didn't even think about the long-term effects of being in a relationship with someone and having children. That's one of the hardest and most important jobs in the world, is raising another human, And so one of my platforms is to help young women love themselves first, so that they can attract their husband and be ready for parenthood.
Yeah,
because it's crazy if you don't know what you're doing.
Right, exactly. And I think too, when coming out of divorce, do you feel like you have to now find you. And when I say that, not find yourself as if you're lost, because we change so much when we're with one person or we're married. Do you feel like you need to be alone now and reinvent Princess? What does Princess want?
Yes.
What's going to make Princess happy?
Yes.
You know, are you on that path right now?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
So actually on my schedule every day is called Project Princess. So 2025 is Project Princess.
I love that.
And I'm on a journey of self-discovery this year. After selling a home, like I'm out of survival mode and I'm able to actually really heal. Like moving and getting rid of all of that stuff was a form of therapy for me.
I love it.
Yeah, so releasing that, like the final move, that final day, I boo-hoo cried. I let it all out and I surrendered that day.
Crying is just, so many people are afraid of crying, but crying is just like God just washing everything away. It's so healthy to shed tears.
Yeah, it is.
It's an unveiling.
Yeah.
Well, life after divorce, honey, you look great.
Thank you.
And I'm glad that you can talk about it now, because there's so many women that are trying to figure out where do I go from here. But that's where you go from here. You keep going.
Yes.
And we got to keep going. We'll be right back after this.
My dad showcased a sense of love that I never had before. It felt like it was something that I've always wanted. I mean, he's not only my parent, like he's like my best friend.
Learn about adopting a teen at adoptuskids.org.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
So we're back with Princess, and now we're gonna have just a little bit of fun, and we're gonna play Never Have I Ever. A lot of people play it different. My director in the back, she was like, oh, you play with your finger. The other one was like, yeah, you play it with a drink. Well, we're gonna play that way, okay? Never have I ever
had a mullet.
Oh! I have.
Me too.
You had it.
Oh, I'm not supposed to say, see? I don't know this game. But yes, I had a mullet for many years.
Okay. So never have I ever had blue hair.
I've never had.
I don't think I ever will. Yeah.
I might.
Yeah, not me. Okay.
Okay, never have I ever been to a rock concert.
You know what? I don't think I've been to a rock concert either.
Me neither.
I don't know if I want to go.
I actually like this group that I found on YouTube called, I think it's called Krahabin. They're really good.
Really?
Vibe. Yes.
Just
no, it's like a soft rock. I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay, everyone's laughing at all the directors and producers are laughing at me. Okay, never have I ever dated a white guy.
Me neither.
Why you say it like that?
You never know.
I mean, yeah, it's not a bad. I mean, I'm Jamaican and Irish. Hello, it's in the blood. But I just thought of that because my handsome help right here, my editor, he's like, I just looked at him and it was just like, what's your name? Dylan. Never dated a Dylan. Okay. Never have I ever.
Never have I ever rode a bike on the ocean or by the ocean.
Oh, wow. Okay. I just saw that whole image in my head and it was beautiful.
We just saw snow at the ocean.
We talked about that.
Really?
We talked about, yes, snowing in Florida and Pensacola, like 5 to 7 inches. That's so wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, never have I ever been to Egypt.
I was supposed to go.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was in the military, but
Okay.
after I found out I was pregnant, so they said, no, you can't go. But yeah.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't have been a good idea. Baby with guns. But babies with guns are happening now anyway, so hey.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Never have I ever cooked for 50 people.
Oh, I have. I feel that's like my regular day in my house.
Really?
They're everywhere. The dog, and just they're everywhere. I can't get past it. Okay, never have I ever been a failure. No, that's not true. I fail all the time, but it's a good fail because I failed.
Yeah.
You recover after the failure.
Yeah.
Okay, never have I ever worn zebra print pants.
I haven't either.
Yeah, I don't think I ever will.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right, the foolery is over for today.
Yay!
That's our show. Thank you for joining us. Remember, we're here, and we'll see you right back soon.